today I've been thinking about something very, 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 very deep and personal to me, and that is, can you actually have swag if you've never been called gay before? I don't know. I don't know. More so, I want to speak about the importance and kind of the void of beauty in masculinity. I think that beauty for such a long time has been seen as only a derivative of femininity, so much so that masculinity does not have any placeholder for beauty. I think that men can be strong, men can be powerful, men can be patriarchs, men can be dumb, men can be stupid, men can be robots, men can be, I don't know, wealthy, men can be greedy. But can men be pretty? Can men be beautiful? Can men be elegant or graceful? And what does that look like? What does that look like for a man to encompass beauty or to submit to that idea? What the hell does that even actually look like? And would that even be allowed in this society without getting 1,000 gay accusations thrown at you? Which, by the way, I find to be a massive compliment. Okay, I was thinking about it. Like, what does it mean to be pretty? Like, what does it mean to be or to feel beautiful? And I think ultimately, to feel beautiful is to feel seen. It is to feel appreciated. It is to feel these type of things. I think that when you're in a space as to when your body and your mind is being motorcycle brake, I feel as though when you're in a space where your mind, your body, your temple is not worshipped per se, but it's admired, it's pondered about, it's stared at. Um, that feeling that you get, I think that is when you feel beautiful. But obviously, as a man, that can translate to some pretty toxic ideas of like masculinity, particularly vanity. So how do you simulate that for a man? And I realized that to be beautiful as a man is the inverse of traditional masculinity. To be beautiful as a man is to break down. The most beautiful thing that a man can do is deconstruct this patriarchal sense of manliness. The most beautiful thing a man can do is cry, or maybe just sit there and have eyes full of tears. It is to break down and be vulnerable. It is actually the inverse of everything that we're taught, because the decay of such a strong thing shows beauty because we see all the individual ingredients that make up that thing. For example, a cake. A cake on its surface may be really appealing, may be really, solid, tasty, or whatever. But what makes a cake that much more interesting is when you break it down to its ingredients. It's when you see all that it's truly made up out of, not just its face, like its face value. I think the same thing of men. I think when you look at a stoic traditional man, but you start to break him down and look into what actually makes him who he is, that's when he's the most beautiful. And I think being broken down in front of someone is the most elegant way, or is the most, or the truest way of being beautiful. I think that as a man, to be deconstructed is the most beautiful thing that you could do. with all that being said, really, when it comes down to it, the coolest thing a man can do is to be uncool. And I think the prettiest man, the most beautiful man in the world is not only, okay, yours truly, okay, first of all, but I think that men feel beautiful when they feel seen. And I think for a lot of men, being seen is when you're the most vulnerable and you escape this prism of stoicism. And I think that we need to encourage a generation where universally coveted ideas like beauty are not just derivatives of constricting gender norms, but rather these things, these concepts and these ideas, these universal truths are inhabited by all of us that share the same earth, the same society, the same human experience. You know, like truly, if you're a man and you're watching this, motorcycle break. Okay, we're back. Kinda. If you're a man and you're watching this, you are beautiful. I see you. I see past that shell, and you're very pretty. If you're a woman watching this, you're also very beautiful for many reasons. If you are a human watching this, from Lee to you all, from the goons to you all, you are very beautiful and you're very loved. Thank you.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, that's for real, right?
That's a real picture.
Hey, shit, let the nigga wear a dress.